Hey everybody, we are welcoming you once again to The View, and we're coming live from, it's not really live, we recorded this. We're coming to you from one of the Avid rooms here at our school.
Bienvenidos a La Vista, aquí estamos en el cuarto de Avid, bueno, uno de los dos cuartos de Avid, tenemos mucho ánimo porque es la segunda vez que estamos hablando con ustedes.
Okay.
All right.
So what we want to make sure, before we just start, just straight out of the gate, we want to make sure that everybody knows that Sage Valley is an Avid school.
La primera cosa que queremos que ustedes sepan es que Sage Valley es una escuela de Avid.
So that means that every student is an Avid student, every teacher is an Avid teacher, every employee is an Avid employee if they come onto the property.
Esto significa que cada maestro es un maestro de Avid, cada estudiante es un estudiante de Avid, cada persona que trabaja aquí es alguien que se asocia con Avid. Todo de Sage Valley se trata de Avid.
Now, some of our students actually have an Avid elective, but that doesn't mean that they are the only Avid students on this campus.
Hay algunos estudiantes que van a tener una clase que se llama Avid, pero no queremos que ustedes sepan que ellos no son los únicos estudiantes de Avid. Todos son.
Mm-hmm. And so something that's really exciting is that we are working to become an Avid demonstration school where we can have people come in from really all over.
Yeah. Una cosa muy importante y para mí muy sorprendente y animado para mí es que tenemos la oportunidad para trabajar para llegar a ser una escuela de Avid de demostración, y esto significa que otras escuelas pueden venir para ver cómo hacemos nuestras cosas, porque esto significa que somos una escuela muy excelente.
Right. So what that means is that educators will come to our school to learn how to implement the Avid program at their own school.
And the thing is, it's not just about us. I mean, honestly, the most important thing is what the students are doing.
Right.
And so the reason we're talking to you about this is because we can't do this without your help. And that's why we want every single student to understand that you're part of this process. It isn't just something so we can put up and say, yay, look at how great we are. It's a way to say, this is how you do things the right way. This is how you push students, and this is how you work hard, and this is how you become successful so that you've got a bright future after you graduate from high school.
Right. So, well, we're going to jump into the AVID acronym. And Mr. Armitage, tell us about that AVID acronym.
So AVID stands for Advancement Via Individual Determination. And what we're really going to be focusing on, especially today in this segment, is talking about what individual determination actually means. Entonces, la palabra AVID significa algo importante. Quiere decir que los estudiantes están avanzando tras su determinación individual, y hoy en este video vamos a hablar sobre lo que quiere decir determinación individual.
So we want to talk about what that is, and I think the Olympics give us a great example of people who have really fine-tuned their individual determination, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. Hopefully some of you are like me, and I pretty much gave up most of my life during the Olympics, and I just turned on the TV and I started watching sports that I hadn't even heard of. I'm like, yay, table tennis, let's go for it. But you see these athletes who've sacrificed time and energy and effort, and some of them are coming back from injury. Some of them are coming over tremendous adversity, not even just in our country, but some of them, I even saw, which was kind of neat, there were even some people who were refugees who were sponsored by the Olympics because they don't have a country.
Yeah, if you don't have a country and you're still competing in the Olympics, you have a deep sense of individual determination.
Entonces, espero que muchos de ustedes hayan podido ver los Juegos Olímpicos, porque los atletas de estos Juegos tienen mucha determinación individual, porque han tenido que practicar mucho, sacrificar mucho, a veces han tenido que vencer heridas, algunos de ellos no tienen país y aún así están en estos Juegos Olímpicos. Entonces, estas personas son ejemplo perfecto de lo que quiere decir determinación individual.
And I think every single one of us has to figure out what motivates us, what we want to be, and we have to build this sense of individual determination to get us where we're going.
I mean, individual determination, it has to be something you want.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you can fake it. right? I mean,
Sure.
I've done that sometimes.
Sure.
I mean, my wife's like, honey, can you go mow the lawn? And I'm like, okay, we'll fake hustle this, right?
We'll fake hustle.
We'll fake hustle,
Mowing the lawn.
which essentially means we'll do half of it, and then I'll come in and say, it's so hot outside. And she'll be like, okay, it's okay, you can do it tomorrow, right? That's fake hustle, because, I mean, come on, I don't want to mow my lawn, but I have to do it. But there are other things that we really work hard for, and so then when we really want those things, it doesn't matter what happens, because
Right.
something's always going to go wrong, right?
Absolutely. And even in the face of a lot of adversity, a lot of obstacles, things happen. Sometimes athletes are injured, and sometimes maybe somebody becomes ill. Maybe sometimes people get resistance just from other people, and peer pressure and things like that.
Ya, entonces, cuando se trata de nuestras metas, tiene que ser algo que queremos cumplir. Porque si no es algo que nos importa, no vamos a trabajar mucho. Y cuando vienen los desafíos, vamos a decir, no importa, y vamos a dejar de tratar. Y no sabemos lo que va a pasar. Alguien puede tener una enfermedad, alguien, hablando de los deportes, alguien puede tener una herida. Cuando se trata de nuestras metas personales, algo puede suceder con la familia, o quizás haya situaciones financieras. Siempre habrá obstáculos y desafíos que tenemos que superar, pero si es algo que queremos cumplir, si es algo muy importante para nosotros, no importa, vamos a buscar otra manera para superar estas cosas.
I think a couple of the people that really come to mind when I think about individual determination, one is Jackie Robinson, and the other one is Malala Yousafzai. These two people, of course, Jackie Robinson was the first African-American baseball player to be integrated into the big leagues. And all of the resistance that he endured, and he just kept that goal in mind. He didn't let anybody thwart him from that goal. And in the case of Malala, she had been raised by an educator. Her father was a principal of a school, and education was very important in her country, not just for the boys, but for the girls as well. And she was very vocal. She spoke out that all girls, there's 66 million girls that are denied an education, and she spoke out against that and was shot by the Taliban in the head. And she lived, and she just continues to speak, and she didn't even let getting shot dissuade her from spreading the news that every child on this planet deserves a good education.
Yeah. Tenemos muchos ejemplos de personas que han podido lograr sus metas aún frente a los obstáculos. Por ejemplo, Jackie Robinson, él jugaba béisbol por muchos años, pero él era la primera persona de descendencia africana que empezó a jugar en las ligas grandes, y él tenía que enfrentarse con racismo y con muchas personas que no pensaban que él debía jugar en estas ligas, aunque tenía el talento. Y hay muchos ejemplos de personas que frente a estos obstáculos y a estas dificultades han decidido, no, esto es algo que quiero hacer y no importa lo que está enfrente de mí, voy a hacerlo.
So what we're going to ask you to do, and your teachers are going to roll out this activity for you, but we want you to figure out what your own individual determination is. And we're going to kind of be asking a question on this campus. What's your ID? Where's your ID? What is your ID? And we think of ID as your identity. So if you have like a driver's license, that's your ID. Your school card is your ID. But you know what? I think that your individual determination and the identity, who you believe that you are very linked. And I think too, when you're in middle school, you're starting to build a sense of who you are. And we want you to do that right, just straight out of the gate. We don't want you to go the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, and that is your ID, right? I mean, when people think back on our lives, right, they don't go, oh, I remember that student number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? They think about you and what you did and how hard you worked.
Right.
They think about your individual determination.
Right. So your teachers are going to roll this out, but what we want you to do is we want you to be thinking about what your ID is. Who are you? And how is that linked to your own individual determination? What do you want in this life? It's not too early to start thinking about that and making it happen.
Y queremos que ustedes empiecen a pensar en lo que es su determinación individual. Porque a veces cuando decimos ID, pensamos en una tarjeta o un número, pero para nosotros su determinación tiene que ver más con la persona que ustedes son que una tarjeta o un número. Entonces queremos que ustedes empiecen a pensar en la persona que ustedes quieren ser y lo que ustedes van a tener que hacer hablando del trabajo y de su determinación para llegar a ser esta persona.
Right. So we're going to be having these conversations. Your teachers are just about to roll out an activity for you, and good luck with that. And we want you to be great, and so we're going to help support you in that.
Yeah, so remember, be ready, because at any time a teacher could say, what's your ID? And we don't want you saying a number, we want you telling him what's your individual determination. Entonces, prepárense, porque un maestro puede decirles de cualquier día cuál es su ID. Y no queremos que ustedes digan el número o que demuestren la tarjeta, queremos que ustedes dicen detalladamente cuál es su determinación individual.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Here we're out.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it to your teachers. So
Yep. Have a good one, and
Well-
we'll talk to you later.
see ya.
See you next time on La Vista.
Love you.